Oh, this is an issue that is affecting all of us right now at rapid speed. The question is, Vietnam, what do you think are the pros and cons of artificial intelligence, AI? The good and the bad.
I do believe that environmental issues has no borders, and I believe that we live in a world of information and data and overflowing of information and data. So in my opinion, I believe that artificial intelligence has the ability to help us but also hurt us, and we need to be very practical in our ability to use technology. Thank you.
Pick your question, Philippines. Philippines. Oh, very good question. At what age do you think a child should be given access to social media?
Xin chào, Vietnam. I believe that social media can truly present itself very disparately, but in accordance to how people use it. I believe that when a child is parented by their parents to practice responsible cyber citizenship, in which he would know when to click, what to read, and who to trust online, then no matter what the age is, then it should be validated and should be accepted with the proper guidance. Thank you.
For someone who was born in the age of technology, can you imagine living in the past when the internet did not exist?
Hello everyone, good evening. Well, in my introduction video at the end I said I really want to live in a world that my grandparents lived, where nature was our first step, where we would play outside and actually enjoy, get to know each other and respect our surroundings. I do believe that technology right now is very important, it's part of our life, we cannot ignore it, but environment and our surrounding is more important because that's where we were born. That's what respects us, so we should respect it. Thank you.
Pick one of the two. Thank you, Thailand. What do you think we should do in an economy where prices are constantly going up?
Yes, I believe that right now the economy is going through a crisis. People are not available to afford housing, food, the essential of life, because we are so drawn to luxury objects. We forget the nature. We forget where we were from. We forget how we were brought up. I believe people should go back to their roots and stay with nature. Thank you.
An official at a recent climate conference was quoted as saying, "There is no science behind calls for the phase-out of fossil fuels." Do you agree? Why or why not? Vietnam.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
We'll start the timer again. An official at a recent climate conference was quoted as saying, "There is no science behind the calls for the phase-out of fossil fuels." Do you agree with this? Why or why not?
I believe that in order to have a more sustainable future, we must experiment with nature as well as humanity. And I believe that with anything that comes into our lives, we can achieve it through science or through our own humane society as one whole community of our planet Earth. Thank you.
An official at a recent climate conference was quoted as saying, "There is no science behind the phase-out of fossil fuels." Do you agree with this? Why or why not?
As someone who is from the medical field, I do believe that everything roots from science. And I think that the greatest gift that we have in this generation is the sophisticated technical installations that we have. And so there is science in the phase out of fossil fuels. But one thing that we can also agree on is we can always live the zero waste and a sustainable lifestyle. I've always been practicing it because sustainability will always ensure the stability in our future. And if we can master the transferability skills when the jobs phased out, then we will have a greener and a more sustainable future.
Philippines! Thank you very much. At an official recent climate conference, they were quoted as saying, an official was quoted as saying, there is no science behind the calls for phase out of fossil fuels. Do you agree with this or do you not agree with it? Why or why not?
I do believe that a lot that's happening to our Earth right now regarding also this problem is because of people. It's because of unawareness. It's because of not thinking that they do really have the impact to do the undoing, to actually make progress in this world. And I believe if we can plant the seed of love, we're going to carry all the other values we need to have. Persistency, consistency, determination, and actually passion for caring for our Earth. I have passion about our advocacy. That's why I'm right here in front of you today. So, thank you.
Is an official at a recent climate conference was quoted as saying, there is no science behind the calls for the phase out of fossil fuels. Do you agree with this? Why or why not?
Can I get the question again?
The question is, there was an official at a recent climate conference who said, there is no science behind the phase out or the calls for the phase out of fossil fuels. Do you agree with this? Why or why not? Do you believe there's science behind the call to phase out fossil fuels?
I believe if the right eyes and ears are on the right thing, like green energy and alternative from fossil fuels, I believe we can make a difference in combating the emissions we are giving out to our planet and helping our planet become a better place by investing and educating people about the green alternative there is. Thank you.